Hello guys, what's up? Welcome to Flixet. Disney is one of the most famous franchises in the world. The company has so many successful films and television shows, and now it even has its own streaming service. There are quite a lot of strict rules that Disney stars have to follow, from what they can wear to how they can act and so much more. It's no wonder that a lot of Disney stars haven't returned to the network. In fact, many former Disney Channel stars have been pretty outspoken about how hard their lives were while working for the network. In today's video, we're going to discuss 10 strict rules Disney stars need to follow. But before we jump in, please make sure you've pressed that red subscribe button along with the tiny bell icon to enter into our monthly shoutout giveaway. Just comment down below saying "I subscribed" and we will enter you into the giveaway. Number 10. The strict rule of always looking young. In an essay for Vulture, Joe Jonas, of the Jonas Brothers and of Camp Rock and Disney Channel sitcom fame, wrote how his time with the network was filled with strict rules Disney stars have to follow and how he got frustrated with the work he was doing. Though most Disney Channel stars are young when they start out, some don't get their start until they're teenagers. So it's understandable that Disney stars would get a little frustrated with having to act in a show meant for a younger audience. But according to one former Disney actor, being older meant having to appear younger, and that got old real quick. Number 9. They have to work despite any personal difficulties. In an interview with Marie Claire, Miley Cyrus explained that while she was filming Hannah Montana, she had to show up on set even when she got her first period and was wearing white pants. Always being ready to film definitely sounds like a strict rule Disney stars have to follow, and Cyrus explained that she started having anxiety around that same time. "I would have anxiety attacks. I'd get hot flashes, feel like I was about to pass out or throw up. It would happen a lot before shows, and I'd have to cancel." Being a Disney star isn't easy, that's for sure. Number 8. No smoking. One of the most obvious rules that a Disney kid has to follow is to stay away from tobacco and other things that grown-ups would judge them about. Getting involved in that sort of thing is part of the learning process for some youngsters, but Disney didn't want their kids going down that route. Number 7. Disney will push its stars to go into music. A huge part of Disney Channel being a success is the constant inclusion of music and singing throughout the majority of their shows. Shia LaBeouf is one of the only stars to come from the world of Disney that went against the wishes of his bosses, refusing to chase a career as a musician and saying that this was one of the only reasons he didn't become the male Hilary Duff. Whether it's to earn more money or to get more publicity, Disney seems to love having the stars of its shows release music, though not all of them do. And while stars like Miley Cyrus and Selena Gomez have definitely gone on to have great careers in the music industry, LaBeouf clearly didn't want to be a part of that. Number 6. Social media posts/images require permission. Social media posts often have to get permission from someone within the Disney management system, mostly so nothing gets out. The first movie to get this with Disney was Shrek 2, a Pixar film but under the Mickey Mouse Company. Mike Myers and Cameron Diaz had to sign a part of their contract saying they would not say a thing about their characters in the movie without permission by Disney. The funny thing about Disney is that they absolutely love when actors post online. Some don't use social media, so Disney set them up with one that a social media manager helps with if the actor doesn't themselves. However, if they do happen to say something about the movie or show, then they have to get permission first. Number 5. They have to avoid tough interview questions by playing dumb. You ever watch a guy or girl from a Disney Channel TV show or any movie from the Disney franchise in an interview? Have you ever noticed how they seem to perfectly dodge anything that seems like it could be a tough question? They are taught to do this and often put in what is known as media training the moment they get added to a movie or show. This is mostly seen with the younger stars and not with the adults, of course. However, it can affect some adults depending on how an interview goes with them. Number 4. Disney can own their real names at times. One thing that's often looked over is the contract you sign when you enter into acting for Disney in any way. These kids are getting the shot of a lifetime, and Disney is all in for this to make money. So it goes without saying that Disney will do all that they can to own all properties that they use on their show. On the show Hannah Montana, Miley Cyrus played Miley Stewart. She no longer owned the name Miley as Disney owned it. This became a huge issue when she used her name for CDs while working on the show. Often with music, she did not use Disney. Eventually, she was able to retain the rights to her music and now does so with her first name. Number 3. Disney often makes you pay for damaged property. Years ago, during the height of the Mouseketeers, Disney used children like they do today, but there was a weird twist. Disney was not as big as they are today, which means they lacked the funds to pay for anything the kids might damage on set. This included those mouse ear hats we all know about today. Obviously, in today's world, these hats cost nothing, but back then it was a bit more as they had to be made and sent out with a much bigger overhead. Number 2. Balancing work with school. Since so many Disney stars start out when they're young, many of them are still in school while they're also starring in their own show. It can't be easy, and continuing their basic education is a pretty strict rule that Disney stars have to follow. Having a young kid or even an older teenager balancing school and a full-time acting job is a big strain, and it's definitely one of the strictest rules Disney stars have to follow. Number 1. Disney stars reportedly have to stay in relationships. Though Disney Channel doesn't force young stars into relationships, according to a certain Jonas brother, they might force you to stay in one you don't really want to stay in. As Joe Jonas expressed to Vulture, his relationship with his Camp Rock co-star Demi Lovato, who has displayed a shady side over the years, wasn't really something he was into. He noted that it was like living a lie because I wasn't happy, but felt like I had to stay in it for her because she needed help. Adding, I couldn't express any of that, of course, because I had a brand to protect. Having to date someone for publicity or for your brand as a teenager is rough, but Disney stars apparently have to do that sometimes. Well, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you know any other rules that we didn't mention, please share them by commenting below. And if you're new to our channel, then don't forget to subscribe. With that being said, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.